everyone, I'm doing some colouring book reviews. So I have two from this series, of which I've seen three. So this is Decorative Designs, and this one is Fabulous Flowers. And these are by Mum Books, also Omara Books on Twitter. So this one here is mostly mandalas. Some of them are on black pages and some are on white. The paper is pretty thick and I've had very little issue with colouring with anything in this. So just do a flip through. So here's one that I've coloured already, and I used fine liners and some pencil for the outer areas here. And as you can see, there's a tiny little bit of bleed through, but not too much. Now the fine liners that I use are the Stabilo .88 and the Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners, so that's those. I wouldn't try watercolours in this. I did try in the other book and I will show you that. Pencils work absolutely fine as well, as do gel pens. So here's one that I've started colouring, I haven't finished it yet. This is using fine liners, and as you can see, no bleed through. Okay, so that's the Decorative Designs. Now we also have the Fabulous Flowers. Now these covers are really nice. They've got like foiled highlights in them. They're really nice. Okay, so this one is obviously going to be a lot of flowers. So here is one that I started doing. Now this little spot here is where I hit it with some watercolour, so it's not so bubbled now, but when I did actually do it, it did bubble. Now I just used my watercolour pencils, these ones here. So, just going to grab a watercolour pencil, and we're just gonna, there. So I'm still fairly new to watercolour. I'm not very well practiced at all when it comes to colouring with them. And that's watercolour in general and watercolour pencils. Okay. Now, using my Aquaroche pen, so as you can see, the paper does bubble and it miscolours a little bit. So it definitely takes the water in, but as I said, this one here was the one that I did with watercolour as well, and it's dried alright. So if you give it time, you probably get away with doing it. As you can see, it comes through, so I should really have a piece of paper underneath there. But yeah, so the water definitely comes in, and the colour does run a little bit as well. So I'd probably not advise watercolours for this book. So I'm just going to put this piece of paper there, so I can do that, and that one there. My needles are in the way. Alright, so I'm going to continue the flip through. So that's that. So, I also have the gold collection from this series. I thought I did have another one. So this one has a mixture. Now some of the outlines are also not in a black colour. And then we have some very basic sort of ones. Some that are on black. There's a lot of patterns. This is one that I've done with fine liners, which are Stabilo .88 and Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners. And there's a little bit of bleed through in this one. The paper isn't quite as thick. So here again we can see one that I've started with fine liners and gel pens. and there is tiny bit of bleed through there.